Hey Angelina, welcome back to the show. Sometimes life just hits you, doesn't it? Like really hits you hard, to the point where you wonder if you'll ever feel lightness again.
Oh, absolutely, John. It's that feeling where your world it goes quiet, doesn't it? Everything feels heavy, muted. You're left with this lingering question. Will joy ever feel real again? It's a tough place to be.
Exactly. Like you're walking through a fog, and even if the sun's out, you can't quite feel its warmth. It could be a disappointment that just blindsides you, a loss that carves a hole in your heart, or heartbreak that shatters everything you thought was solid.
And it's in those moments, that quiet, heavy space, that the thought, I don't know if I can do this, or I don't know if I'll ever be okay, just creeps in. It's so powerful, that sense of hopelessness.
Yeah, and it makes you question everything you thought you knew about resilience, about your own capacity for happiness. It truly feels like happiness is a million miles away, doesn't it?
It does. But what I've learned, and what I really want to talk about today, is that even in those darkest moments, there's a quiet strength, a gentle push that can guide us forward. It's something we often overlook, but it's incredibly powerful. Discipline.
Discipline, that's interesting. When people hear discipline, they often think of strict routines or pushing through pain, but I think you're talking about something more profound here, right?
Absolutely. It's not about forcing yourself to be happy or get over it. It's about the discipline to keep moving, to take that next small step, even when every fiber of your being wants to just curl up and stay still. It's the discipline to show up for yourself even when you don't feel like it.
So it's less about a grand gesture and more about consistency during those difficult seasons, like when you're grieving, the discipline to just get out of bed, to make a cup of tea, to open the blinds.
Precisely. It's choosing to engage with life, even minimally, even when it feels heavy, because healing doesn't happen in one sudden, miraculous moment. It's not an overnight transformation. It's slow, it's gradual. It's through those tiny, almost imperceptible steps.
I think that's a really important distinction. We often expect healing to be this linear path, right? Like, okay, I'm sad now, I should be better by next week. But life and our hearts just don't work that way.
No, they don't. It's like building a muscle. You don't go to the gym once and suddenly you're an Olympic athlete. You go consistently, you make small gains, you rest, you sometimes have setbacks. Healing is the same. It's about healthy habits, patience with yourself, and recognizing that some days will be easier, and some days will feel like you've gone backwards. And that's okay.
That's a huge point. That's okay. Because I think when you have a bad day during a healing process, it's so easy to spiral, to think, oh, I'm not making progress, I'm stuck. But you're saying even those days are part of it.
Absolutely. Progress is still progress, no matter how small or how slow it feels. A bad day doesn't erase the good ones, and it doesn't mean you're failing. It just means you're human. And the discipline to acknowledge that, to be kind to yourself on those tough days, that's part of the healing too.
So what are some of these healthy habits you're talking about? Because when you're in the midst of pain, even the idea of a habit can feel overwhelming.
They don't have to be grand. It could be as simple as drinking a glass of water first thing in the morning, or spending 5 minutes outside just feeling the air. It could be listening to one song that makes you feel something, anything, even if it's sadness, or reaching out to one person, just for a quick hello.
I like that. It's about setting the bar incredibly low, almost to the point where it feels impossible to fail, and then once you achieve that tiny thing, it builds a little bit of momentum.
Exactly. Because each of those tiny achievements, even if it's just getting dressed when you wanted to stay in bed, is a small act of choosing yourself. And that's where the discipline comes in, the consistent, gentle choice to nurture yourself, piece by piece.
And I think that's where the rebuilding really starts, right? You use the word rebuild in the description, and I think it's such a perfect metaphor. You're not just waiting for the old structure to magically reappear, you're actively constructing something new, something stronger.
Yes, absolutely. This discipline helps you rebuild your life piece by piece. It's like you're consciously deciding to lay one brick at a time. And what are those bricks? They're your growth, your goals, and your peace.
Focusing on growth is fascinating, because often when we're in pain, we feel stagnant, stuck. But even in pain, there's always potential for growth, isn't there?
So much. Growth isn't always upward, you know? Sometimes growth is about learning what you don't want, or understanding your own boundaries better. It's about gaining clarity on who you are without that disappointment or loss defining you entirely. It's messy, but it's always happening if you allow it.
And setting goals when you're hurting, that feels almost counterintuitive. Like, how can I think about the future when I'm just trying to get through today?
Again, small goals. It's not about planning your next 5 years when your heart is heavy. It's about, I want to read one page of a book today. Or I want to try that new recipe. Or I want to go for a 10-minute walk. These are micro goals that give you a sense of agency, a small win.
Ah, so it's not about massive achievements, it's about reclaiming a sense of control, even over the smallest things. That makes sense. And peace? How do you even begin to cultivate peace when your internal world feels like chaos?
Peace comes from those boundaries, from letting go of things that no longer serve you, from forgiving yourself for not being over it yet. It's about finding those quiet moments, whether it's through meditation, journaling, or just sitting in silence. It's actively creating spaces for calm amidst the storm.
So, through this consistent, gentle discipline, these small steps, healthy habits, focusing on growth, goals, and peace, what starts to happen over time?
What happens is truly beautiful. Gradually, almost imperceptibly at first, the pain starts to become lighter. It doesn't disappear entirely, not at first, but its grip loosens. And simultaneously, your strength, the strength you've been building brick by brick, it becomes clearer.
It's like peeling back layers, isn't it? The heavy layers of grief or disappointment start to thin, and underneath, you find this unexpected core of resilience.
Exactly. And then, one day, you'll notice something different, something subtle but profound. You'll laugh and it won't feel forced. It'll just bubble up, genuine and unrestrained. You might catch yourself feeling calm, truly calm, without that underlying hum of anxiety or fear.
Wow, that imagery of laughing without forcing it, that's so powerful. Because when you're in that dark place, you often try to fake it, right? To put on a brave face, but it feels hollow.
It does. But this laugh, it's real. And it's not just the laughter. You'll wake up one morning, and you won't feel that familiar, crushing weight in your heart. It will be lighter. Maybe not entirely gone, but noticeably, wonderfully lighter.
Just the thought of waking up without that heavy feeling, that's something so many people yearn for when they're in the thick of it. That moment of clarity.
And that moment, John, that's your sign.
Wow.
That's the universe, or your own inner wisdom, reminding you.
Healing is possible. All those small, disciplined steps, all that patience, all that choosing yourself, it worked. It led you here. It's a testament to the fact that our hearts are designed for more than just staying broken. They're designed to mend, to grow, to adapt.
Precisely. Your heart was never meant to stay broken forever. It was meant to grow stronger through what it survived. Every crack, every mend, every moment of pain, and every moment of gentle healing, it all contributes to a deeper, richer strength.
So for anyone listening right now who feels like they're in that heavy, quiet space, what's your ultimate message to them?
My message is this: keep going, stay patient with yourself and with the process. Continue choosing yourself, even when it's hard, even when you feel like you don't deserve it. Because no matter how dark this chapter feels right now, your heart will smile again.
And when it does?
When it does, it will shine with a deeper strength than before. It will be a testament to your resilience, your quiet courage, and the incredible capacity of the human spirit to heal and thrive. It truly will.
Angelina, that's such a beautiful and powerful message. It's not about ignoring the pain, but about trusting the process and having faith in your own capacity to move through it. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you, John. It's a journey we all face in different ways. And remembering that we're not alone, and that healing is always a possibility, can make all the difference.
Absolutely. So to our listeners, remember those words. Keep going, stay patient, choose yourself. Your heart is resilient and it will smile again. That's all for this episode of Mindful English Talks. We'll catch you next time.
Take care, everyone.